All right, so you want to learn about AI and you want to do it fast.
Yeah,
Right. No problem. We've got you covered.
that's right. We're diving deep into a Trend Talk USA episode all about how to learn AI quickly.
Without needing to become a coding expert.
Exactly. It's called How to Learn AI Fast Without Coding Skills. And honestly, it's packed with insights that even surprised us.
I think our listeners are going to be blown away by some of the stuff we found.
Yeah, like, did you know there are already tons of AI tools out there that anyone can use? You don't need a computer science degree or anything.
Really? Tell me more about these tools.
Well, one that really stood out is ChatGPT. It's basically like a super smart chatbot.
Okay, a chatbot. So, like those things that used to pop up on websites and never really understood what you were saying?
Kind of, but way more advanced. ChatGPT can actually understand your requests and generate human quality text. Like it can write emails, articles, even help you brainstorm ideas.
Whoa, that's impressive. So, how would I use ChatGPT in real life? Give me an example.
Sure. Let's say you're launching a new product and you need to write a bunch of social media posts about it. Instead of spending hours racking your brain, you could just tell ChatGPT something like, write a catchy Facebook post announcing my new AI-powered language learning app.
And it would just do it. Like, write a whole post for me.
Pretty much. It would generate a post based on your specific instructions, and it would probably be a lot better than anything I could come up with.
Okay, that's kind of amazing. What other tools did they talk about?
Well, another one that caught my eye is called Midjourney, and this one is all about visuals.
Ooh, visuals. Like, what kind of visuals?
Think of it this way. You describe a scene or concept, and Midjourney turns your words into a stunning image.
So, if I wanted a picture of, like, a robot walking a dog on the moon wearing matching spacesuits, Midjourney could create that.
Yes, exactly. And not just any image. Midjourney specializes in creating realistic, high-quality visuals.
Wow. Okay, so we've got AI that can write and AI that can paint. What's the third tool in this magic trio?
The third one is called Runway, and it's perfect for anyone who's ever wanted to make videos but felt intimidated by professional editing software. Runway makes video editing and special effects super easy and accessible.
Hold on, are you telling me I could finally make that sci-fi short film I've always dreamed of without needing a Hollywood budget?
You got it. Runway gives you access to tools and effects that used to be reserved for big-budget productions. It's like having a whole film studio at your fingertips.
Okay, my mind is officially blown. These tools sound incredible. But it also makes me realize there's a whole other skill involved here, knowing how to use these tools effectively.
You're absolutely right. And that's where the concept of prompt engineering comes in. It's not just about having access to the tools, it's about knowing how to talk to them, how to give them the right instructions to get the results you want.
Prompt engineering. That sounds intriguing.
Think of it like this. If you walked into a library and just yelled, "Give me a book," you probably wouldn't get what you're looking for. You need to be specific, tell them what kind of book you want.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's the same with AI. You need to give it clear, detailed instructions, what we call prompts. So instead of just saying, write me a blog post, you might say, write a 500-word blog post in a friendly conversational tone, explaining how beginners can use AI for gardening.
Ah, so it's all about being specific and giving the AI context.
Exactly. The more specific you are with your prompts, the better the AI can understand what you want and deliver the results you're looking for.
So it's like learning a new language, the language of AI.
That's a great way to put it. And the Trend Talk USA episode actually gives some really good tips on how to get better at prompt engineering.
I'm all ears. Lay it on me.
Well, they recommend 3 key things. Use AI daily, take free online courses, and join AI communities.
Yeah, okay. Using AI daily. I mean, that sounds a bit intimidating for someone just starting out.
Not at all. It's about incorporating AI into your everyday routine. Even something as simple as replacing your regular Google searches with ChatGPT can make a huge difference.
So instead of just getting a list of links, I'd be having a conversation with AI.
Exactly. And you'd be surprised how quickly you start to get comfortable with it.
Okay, I can see how that would help. What about those free online courses? Where can I find those?
Oh, there are tons of great resources out there. Platforms like YouTube and Coursera offer a wide range of courses on AI, covering everything from the basics to more advanced topics, and they're completely free.
Free. You have me at free.
And the best part is, you can learn at your own pace, in your own time. No pressure.
Okay, that sounds perfect for someone like me who's always on the go. But what about those AI communities? What's the benefit of joining one?
Well, it's a great way to connect with other people who are just as excited about AI as you are. You can learn from their experiences, share your own projects, and get feedback.
It's like finding your tribe. Right. A group of people who understand your obsession with robots and algorithms.
Exactly. And you can get support and encouragement from people who are on the same journey as you. It's a great way to stay motivated and keep learning.
I'm starting to see the bigger picture here. Learning about AI isn't just about mastering some technical skills. It's about joining a movement, a community of people who are shaping the future.
You're absolutely right. And the more people who get involved, the more we can unlock the potential of AI to solve problems, create amazing things, and make the world a better place.
Okay, I'm officially on board. I'm ready to start my AI journey.
Hmm.
But before we go any further, let's recap what we've learned so far.
Sounds good to me. Let's do a quick rewind.
Okay, so we've talked about these amazing AI tools and how to use them. But what about the bigger picture? How is AI actually changing the world?
Well, one area where AI is already having a huge impact is the job market.
Like the job market. I knew this was coming.
Yeah.
Everyone's talking about how robots are going to take over all our jobs.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of anxiety around that. But the TrendTalk USA episode actually takes a more nuanced approach. They actually did a whole episode before this one about jobs AI can't replace, which I thought was interesting.
So they're not saying we should all panic and start learning how to code.
Not exactly. They seem to be saying that while AI will automate some tasks, it'll also create new opportunities and change the nature of existing jobs. It's about understanding those shifts and figuring out how to adapt.
So instead of fearing AI, we should be learning how to work with it.
Exactly. AI can be a powerful tool for enhancing our skills and making us more efficient. But we need to be proactive about learning how to use it to our advantage.
Okay, that makes sense. It's like any new technology, right? We have to learn how to use it effectively to really benefit from it. But let's be real. There are some genuine concerns about AI. Like, what about those scary scenarios where AI becomes too powerful and starts making its own decisions?
Right, like in those sci-fi movies where the robots take over the world.
Exactly. Is that something we should actually be worried about?
Well, the Trend Talk USA episode doesn't really go into the whole robot uprising scenario, but they do touch on a very real concern: the potential for AI to be misused.
Oh, I can see how that would be a problem. Like, what if AI is used to spread fake news or manipulate people's opinions?
That's exactly what they talk about. They specifically mention how AI can be used to create and spread misinformation, which could have serious consequences, especially when it comes to things like elections and political campaigns.
Okay, that's definitely a scary thought. So, how do we protect ourselves from that? How do we know what to believe when AI is creating so much of the content we see online?
Well, that's where media literacy comes in. They argue that in the age of AI, it's more important than ever to be able to critically evaluate information and discern fact from fiction.
So, it's not just about learning to use AI, but also about learning to think critically about the information it produces.
Exactly. We need to be aware of the potential biases built into AI algorithms and how those biases can shape the information we consume.
It's like we need a whole new set of skills to navigate this digital world.
Right. It's not just about technical skills. It's about developing our critical thinking skills and being able to discern truth from falsehood in a world where information is increasingly generated and manipulated by AI.
Okay, I'm starting to see how this all ties together. Learning about AI isn't just about the tools or the technology, it's about understanding its impact on our lives
Right.
and how we can shape its development in a positive direction.
You got it. And speaking of shaping the future, did you see what the Trend Talk USA folks are doing next? They're actually dedicating their next episode to AI and elections, what you didn't see coming.
Whoa, that sounds intense. I can't wait to hear what they have to say about that.
Me too. It's clear they're not shying away from the tough questions about how AI is going to impact our lives, and I think that's really important.
Definitely. We need to be having these conversations now before AI becomes even more powerful and integrated into our lives.
All right, so before we move on to that next episode, let's take a moment to reflect. What are your main takeaways from our deep dive so far?
Well, I think the biggest thing for me is realizing just how quickly AI is evolving and how much it's already changing the world around us. It's not something that's happening in the distant future. It's happening right now.
I agree. And it's not just some niche technology for techies either. AI is becoming increasingly relevant to everyone, no matter what you do or what your interests are.
And it seems like learning about AI is becoming less of a choice and more of a necessity if we want to thrive in this rapidly changing world.
Exactly. It's about being proactive and equipping ourselves with the knowledge and skills we need to navigate the future of work, the future of information, and, well, the future of pretty much everything.
Okay, I'm definitely feeling a sense of urgency now. I need to get up to speed on all things AI.
Don't worry, we're not alone. We're all on this journey together. And the good news is there are so many resources and communities out there to help us learn and grow.
All right, so what's next on our AI adventure? Are we ready to dive into that AI and elections episode?
Let's do it. I'm ready to hear what they have to say about how AI is going to shape the future of democracy.
Okay, buckle up, everyone. It's about to get interesting. All right, so we've talked about the tools, we've talked about the potential impact of AI, but I think the big question on everyone's mind is this stuff actually going to make our lives better?
Right, like, is AI ultimately going to be a force for good in the world?
Exactly, because let's be honest, there are some pretty scary scenarios out there too.
Yeah, like we've all seen those dystopian sci-fi movies where the robots take over.
Exactly. So how do we ensure that AI is used responsibly? How do we steer it in the right direction?
Well, the TrendTalk USA episode actually ends on a really hopeful note. They argue that the future of AI is ultimately up to us.
Okay, I like the sound of that. So what can we do? What's our role in all of this?
Well, for starters, we need to stay informed. The more we understand about AI, its capabilities, and its limitations, the better equipped we'll be to make informed decisions about its development and use.
So it's not just about learning how to use the tools, it's about understanding the bigger picture.
Right. It's about engaging in those conversations about the ethical implications of AI, about how it should be regulated, and about what kind of future we want to create with this technology.
So it's kind of like AI is this powerful tool, but it's up to us to decide how to use it.
Exactly. And that's why it's so important for everyone to be involved in this conversation, not just tech experts or policymakers.
Okay, so we need to stay informed. We need to be part of the conversation. What else can we do?
Well, we can support organizations and initiatives that are working to promote responsible AI development. We can advocate for policies that ensure AI is used ethically and for the benefit of all.
And we can also just be mindful of how we're using AI in our own lives, right? Like making sure we're not contributing to the spread of misinformation. We're using it in ways that could harm others.
Absolutely. It's all about being conscious of the potential impact of our actions and making choices that align with our values.
This is starting to feel less like a tech discussion and more like a philosophy class.
Well, I think that's a good thing. AI is raising some really profound questions about what it means to be human, about our relationship with the technology, and about the kind of future we want to create.
You know, you're right. This isn't just about robots and algorithms. It's about who we are and what we value.
And I think that's what makes this whole conversation so fascinating. It's not just about the technical aspects of AI, it's about the human side of it.
All right, so let's wrap this up. What's the key message we want to leave our listeners with today?
I think the most important thing is to remember that the future of AI is not predetermined. It's something we're actively shaping right now through our choices, our actions, and our conversations.
So instead of being afraid of AI or feeling overwhelmed by it, we should see it as an opportunity.
Exactly. An opportunity to learn, to create, to solve problems, and to build a better future.
Well said. And I think it's a great note to end on. So there you have it, folks. That's our deep dive into the world of AI. We hope you've enjoyed the journey and that you're feeling inspired to learn more and get involved.
And remember, this is just the beginning. The world of AI is constantly evolving, and there's always something new to discover.
So stay curious, stay informed, and keep exploring. And who knows, maybe you'll be the one to create the next groundbreaking AI innovation.
The future is in your hands. Until next time.